Yeah, good evening, folks. I would like to explain to you something, and I think this video is going to be called the moralistic law, or the law of love. And I run into the fact that some of my friends, even very close friends, get the gibbers if I say tell them things about the law, the Moses law, and say, well, you're under the law and you act out of fear and things like that, and it's all fear and it's not love and mercy again. No, folks, no, absolutely not. I do not live out of fear. I live out of a moralistic law of love, a moralistic law, and not under the law of Moses. The law of Moses said, well, you break the law so you get punished, fear, punishment, and so on. Well, that's not the case. I don't have that. But the moralistic law is as follows. The law of love is as follows. In Holland, we have a garbage service. The garbage people have a job, and they clean up the streets everywhere in Holland. And if I drop a paper, it is cleaned up after a while, or etc. But the fact that that is done so, the Dutch government has arranged that, I have still the moral duty to put that paper of plastic or whatever kind of stuff in the garbage can, if I can, as good as I can. I have the moralistic duty to do so. I have it's moralistic okay if I take that paper and walk onto a garbage can and put it in there. But suppose that for one or another reason, for example, somebody calls me and I try to put it into doing the bag, and somebody calls me and it drops next to it, and I walk away without putting it in a garbage bin. Then the garbage men are picking it up and cleaning it up as they're supposed to do. Well, but I am not released from my moralistic duty to put that piece of paper or plastic into the garbage can as good as I can. That's my moral duty, isn't it? Yeah. Well, the same goes for Jesus and the law. Jesus, in this case, Jesus is our so-called garbage man. He cleaned up our mess, our sins, and we, as an act of love, as an act of moral duty, have to do as he tells us to. Not because of that if you don't, that he will punish you. No, it is out of love for him. Yeah, out of a sense of morality. Okay, he did that for me, so okay, it would be nice. Jesus would appreciate it very much, and God would appreciate it very much if I stretch myself out to do as good as he tells me to do. He gives us some rules. Okay, this and that, or these are the rules. Try to do your best to perform, to do them. Not because you're going to be punished, but out of love for me. Because I love you, I did this for you, I went to the cross for you, and I would very much appreciate it if you listen to the rules I gave you, the set of rules. Not because of punishment. Don't be frightened that you're going to be punished. But I would appreciate it out of moralistic kind of duty to do them anyhow, as good as you can. And if you fail, I know that you fail. I love you enough to forgive it to you. And that's what Paul says. Is it okay to keep on sinning to increase the mercy over our sins? No, we have a moralistic duty to do as good as we can. And if we drop something unintentionally, yeah, then the mercy comes. Then God said, hey, Edgar, tap, tap, tap on my shoulder. Edgar, you dropped something. Could you please clean it up? Thank you. Yeah, so in that sense, the law of Moses apply. Jesus is the mercy over the law. I would appreciate it if you would keep them, not because of punishment, not out of fear, but out of a moralistic feeling of duty, not out of a law enforced duty, because a law enforced duty implicates punishment, and a moralistic enforced duty is more out of love. He did that for me. Wow, I'm free. I'm free to make mistakes. I am free to make mistakes. I don't need to worry about the punishment. I make mistakes, yes, but I don't need to worry about punishment. Oh man, I'm free. I don't need to live in that. If I'm doing something, I dropped the paper. I broke this law, and I broke this law, and now God's gonna zap me down from the sky, and so on. No, it's I'm free. Jesus paid the price for me breaking the law, and he would appreciate it. From my point of view, I would appreciate it if you do it as good as you can. Please try it. Please try it as good as you can. And if you drop something, okay, I'll tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, there you dropped something. So, oh, yes, sorry. I forgot. Sorry. Please forgive me. That's why we have to confess our sin to each other, if applicable. So that is, I'm not under the law again. I am free. I am allowed to make mistakes without punishment. And God will try to correct me going on in my way. Edgar, you forgot something back then. So that is how that's why it's a law of love and not out of punishment. And well, I try to. Many Christians have difficulties with understanding this. Yeah, you're getting under the law and you're back under the curse. No, I'm not. I'm not under the law. I'm under the mercy from Jesus, the mercy of Jesus that goes over me breaking the law. And yes, I make mistakes. I'm just as you make mistakes. I make mistakes. Yeah. But I don't need to be afraid of the punishment anymore, because if I would be afraid of the punishment, then yes, then I would be under the law. So, oh, I broke the Sabbath law. I forgot to shave myself. Yeah, that's being under the law and under the curse of the law. Yeah, but I can relax. Easy. If I shave myself, and I do sometimes. Sometimes I don't like this much of hair under my chin. Maybe in a moment I go to shave. So I don't need to be afraid of being punished. No. But yeah, I love to please God in keeping as much as I can of the law. Okay, but that's what I wanted to say. And I hope you get it. Please listen to this message and try to get it. It's not the fear. That's why love bans out fear. I don't need, because what Jesus did to me, it did for me, not to me, but it did for me, taking the punishment. I don't need to be afraid. I can be free. But it's not, that does not allow me to go, oh no, I can sin whatever I want. No, of course not. Why did Jesus die on the cross for you? To make me a bigger sinner so that the mercy increases? No, that's foolish. Can I drop more garbage on the street so that the garbage man has more work? No, that's foolish. You wouldn't do that, would you? Well, why sin more? Why break more laws, break more than necessary? What's the use of it? Okay. Well, in that way, the law is understood under the mercy of Jesus Christ. Okay, hope it's clear to you, including my friends. Okay, bye-bye. Hasta la pasta.